All right, so we're gonna do 2 to 3 videos. This first one's gonna be shampooing, conditioning, preparing your hair to style. The next video is gonna be the styling, and then if we do a third video, it's just like crimping and moving the hair around. Okay. So first step in this journey before or getting ready to shampoo your hair is rinsing your hair. You wanna make sure that your hair is thoroughly washed and rinse through. I'm going to use hot to warm water. It doesn't matter the temperature of the water. I would just say just not cold. Hot water opens up the cuticle so that any suds that are affected from the shampoo can get in there, open up the cuticle so you can cleanse your hair. Okay? So oftentimes I like to move the hair around. So the length of your hair is in the top part right now. And so even moving the hair around, and you want to look at this, even moving the hair around, having that water go down the strand is going to be very helpful. Make sure you're moving that hair around. So as it grows out, the more you have more hair in it, make sure you're moving the hair around when you're rinsing it off. This first initial rinse, I'm spending quite a bit of time just rinsing it so we can open up that cuticle. Otherwise, everything else is not going to be right.
And why do we move the hair around?
We want to move the hair around so your hair can be thoroughly rinsed. A lot of times, if we just rinse it and just don't move the hair around, you'll open up and it'll be a dry patch randomly. We want to be as thorough as possible. Alright, so first step is shampoo. You're going to I got 1 pump of shampoo. We're going to awaken this product first before we add it to your hair. What that does is it breaks down the molecules in the product and it'll triple and double in your hand. So this is going to help you to not use as much product so you can save on your product and also just help with the application process. So I got it all emulsified in my hand, and every application for the products are going to be the same. We're going to graze on the outside, holding all the hair, grab you a ponytail, work on the ends first, and I'm just grabbing just like a ponytail, and I'm working my way in. So I'm going to keep this motion for the whole time. I'm kind of a little bit putting my fingers through it, not for any particular reason, just that's just how my fingers work. But I'm smoothing down all around into the ponytail. So we're moving in one direction so we can start to train your cuticle to lay flatter. In turn, over time, that helps with natural sheen because your cuticle is able to lay flatter and the light is able to bounce off of that and create that reflection, that shining, right? So the thing about shampooing, you don't want to spend a whole bunch of time doing it. You want to get in there, get out. It's setting up a lot because we've done your detox process and don't really have any dirt on your hair. If you had some dirt on your hair, it wouldn't set up this much. The whole purpose of shampooing or shampoo is to attach itself to dirt and then you rinse it off. If it's nothing to attach itself to, then it creates suds. Okay, so if you're shampooing, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not getting a lot of suds. It's just you got a lot of dirt in your hair and that shampoo's doing its job. after we got the shampoo on there, we're going to massage your scalp. The biggest thing with massaging your scalp is not moving your hair around. Like I don't even, like I'll do like this because I want you to see, but it'd be like grabbing this hair and moving it around. We don't want to do that. We want to go one direction. So I'm going to put my fingers in here, but I'm going to massage it this way. But I'm not grabbing the hair and moving it around. I'm putting my fingers in there. So this is helping us to lift any debris or dirt or anything on your scalp. So the suds can get to it, the shampoo can get to it, and be released when we rinse it out. If there's ever an area that's a little itchier, just massage the area more.
Okay.
It's really just about lifting up all the dirt off of the scalp, because if you don't, that's where it usually gets itchy.
Okay.
But this will help you to be more aware with your hair of knowing, okay, it tends to be itching on this certain area when you're shampooing. Just massage it a little bit more. Make sure we go back to that ponytail, smooth down those cuticles. And then we're gonna rinse. Any questions so far with shampooing? I'm still moving the hair around. I mentioned before that there are multiple shampoos and conditioners and things that I use. You have one of each category. I'm using another shampoo, but I just wanted you to know that, like, what's she doing? It's another shampoo, but it's different.
Okay.
In the future, we'll go over more of that. We're not ready to do that right now.
Okay.
not shampoo, conditioner. And again, we're going to emulsify it, awaken up the product so it can double and triple in our hands as we speak. And I'll show you a little trick after I put this on your hair. Alright, so application is the same for every product. Grazing on the outer edges, gathering up that ponytail, working on the ends first, and working your way up.
A little bit straight. A little tiny straight.
I'm making sure everything that's on my hand is getting into your hair. With this ponytail first. Alright, so you see my hands. So remember I said emulsifying it doubles and triples it. So you can do that again. So these are high quality products, and so it will do that. Okay. What I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna half your hair and just add to your hair. I'm being very thorough, so I'm moving the hair around, making sure it's everywhere. Cause see, it'll just be like a little black spot. So we won't get that.
With my master stylist, what you all said.
So now, if somebody were to condition their hair like this and just leave it like this, I'm like, no, you need the water. So what the conditioner does, it leaves emollients in the hair as a travel highway inside of your strand. So now we're able to add water to your hair with the conditioner on, and that water gets inside of your hair versus just dribble. Okay. So this is, if you ever heard of hydration, this is how your hair gets hydrated, not any other way. So we have the conditioner on there. I'm going to turn on hot water with a small dribble, and we're going to add the water to your hair. Little dribble only so that it doesn't rinse out the conditioner. And then warm water because it's comfortable. We don't want to rinse it out, but we want that water to get in there. So from here, I like to sandwich it. I like to get a little bit more conditioner. I'm getting like a half a pump, emulsify it, and layer it on top of everything.
This is different than washing your hair. It's like loving your hair.
It's girl. And as you learn how to put positivity and love into your hair, it's a whole nother level of a change in your hair. Because a lot of times we'll put a lot of negative energy into our hair, not thinking, not realizing that that gets in our hair and affects it. The same way as somebody prays over water or prays over their food, that water from praying over it changes the molecules. And so it's really important to love on your hair when you're doing this, especially because there's water in your hair and that will change everything. But that's a whole nother level in itself. So now what we're going to do, we're going to detangle. Since the longest part is up in this top area, I'm just going to grab a section of the top area. I'm finger detangling, but you could use a brush. You could just use your fingers. I like to use this as my brush. It's a Felicia Leatherwood brush. I use it sometimes I don't. But if you decide that you want to, you can, but fingers do very well. If you decide you want to do a brush, just start on the very ends. You still want to get you a little section, start on the very ends, and just work your way up. but it's not a necessity at all. But literally, as I'm doing my clients' hair, especially this part, I'm praying over your hair. Like, I'm putting in that positive energy that actually makes a difference. A lot of people are like, well, I've done everything. And I'm like, okay, but the energy, where was the energy? Because it's very important. What you'll notice is any areas that have been struggling to curl up, you can add a little bit more water because that's what it's needing. So I remember that front area you talked about a couple times. So we're gonna trickle in some more water. So wherever you notice those areas, you just add a little bit more water to it. And I'm just smoothing the hair. I'm not squeezing it. I'm just kind of let my fingers glide on it. Conditioning process is definitely where the transformation really happens. So shampoo, you're not gonna spend a lot of time on that. Conditioning, you may spend a little bit more time on that for sure. Questions so far? Yes. Applied knowledge is where it is. As long as we're doing something with the knowledge, can't go wrong. And so since your hair on the sides is not super long, I still want to kind of smooth it in there. So I'm kind of looking for more of your curls to clump up, which it started to do. So add a little bit more conditioner and a different treatment that your hair needs. Let's see. When are you due for your color?
Well, I need to be on the back burner because if it'll stay like this, you really can't even see the gray. That's the only reason I was doing it because as long as my hair gets and when I get a haircut, you can see more of the gray. It just kind of stick out. But when you style it, again, it'll stick out. So it did become imperative to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, good. All right. Well, look. All right. Good.
It was mostly with the haircuts because you're going to get cut down and you can see more of the gray.
As it grows.
So it's good to do that. And I don't mind some braids because I think sometimes it speaks to wisdom them in credibility. So I don't mind it. I just don't like it would be that not shiny, it's not polished piece that I was trying to get rid of.
Also, I will add to that as far as some of my clients who start this process, they really embrace their gray because your hair is so hydrated and healthy that it looks shinier and healthy and vibrant that they're like, okay, it doesn't have that like muddy.
That's what I was saying. Muddy,
type of
sandy,
look.
ashy.
Yes, like no yellow, nothing. Like it just looks healthy and good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So your hair changed how I wanted to change. I wanted to see more clumping of your curls, and that is starting to happen. It's grouping up together, so that's good. Not just out kind of airish like. But I'll just again remind you, especially this front part, because you mentioned it. Make sure you're adding the more water when you're conditioning. It's like getting that extra stretch in before you run. Like it's just now we're gonna rinse. I'm gonna use warm to hot water. These are high quality products, so a lot of people are like, if you don't rinse with cold water, it's not required.
We can talk about it later, but I remember you used hot water when you were hydrating your hair and you were styling it too.
I tried to. Yes, the little spray thing. I tried to. Sometimes it doesn't, because it's got to be like burning hot when you put it in a spray bottle, or it'll lose very fast.
Okay.
And but sometimes I've used cooler water when I was at the station styling the hair, and it still was okay, but it's preferable to hot and warm. But it won't be the end of it if you don't. So I'm making sure that all the conditioner is rinsed off. I'm making sure that it's not on your ears, it's not anywhere. If there's conditioner left in your hair, it's not going to give you that condensed look that you want. So we want to rinse out everything. Any traces of it. We don't want it to mix with our styling product at all. So when you're doing your hair, where are you going to do that? Are you going to do it like in the shower or like in the sink and over shower? Okay, so yeah, for that, it is easiest to do it that way because we can just make sure you're completely rinsed under there. So at this time, well actually let me go back. So as you're conditioning and detangling, if you're okay to do it, turn off your shower. That way you can save your water and keep as much warmth as possible, and you can just turn it on, get the water as you need to. What I like to do when I do it in the shower, I'll do my hair, I'll get it ready to be styled, and then I'll actually do my showering and rinse off and get out the shower. I don't like the feeling of stuff on me, like I don't want to feel product on me when I get out the shower. So now we have
Some shampoo.
Shampoo,
The hair
apply. First, apply your conditioner, turn off the water, and then add the water to your hair as you're detangling. After you're done detangling, then you will keep the conditioner in your hair, wash your body, rinse off, rinse your hair, and then keep the suds on. Keep the suds on your body, rinse, add your styling product, and then you can rinse your body and get out. And do the rest there. Yeah. So we have your hair rinsed out, completely rinsed out. You can even, I can see a difference with your hair now already. With your hair. So I just want to make sure that you have a lot of water in your hair before we add your styling product. So you want to make sure it's drenched. Rinsing your conditioner out. I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 pumps of Curly Magic, the Uncle Funky's. So this is real tricky. It's really, really slippery, and it will just fall all the way out of your hand. So when you're emulsifying this one, make sure you're doing it over your head. So if anything drops off, it's dropping on your hair at least. So again, application is the same for everything. We're emulsifying the product and we're raising it on the outer edges. Excuse me, gathering up your ponytail. Working on the ends, bringing that product all the way up. Still working in your ponytail. Alright, so we got the ponytail in there. And so we're going to add, so we added 3 or 4 first. I'm going to add in another one. It's probably 2 pumps for you. My pump's a little bit larger. Emulsifying over your head. And I'm going to put this more towards this top piece. I'm just going to grab this top here. Still ponytail. And now I'm going to split it in half. Just smooth it on there. Smooth this on there. And so we learned that from the conditioner's little thing that I did, more than likely there's still product on my hands. So I'm going to separate your hair and swipe on both sides. So again, make sure that you're being thorough, because it will just be a piece in there that just never got touched and you're like, oh my gosh. But it'll show in your curls, because your curls won't be right in one little spot. That it lasts. So just like the conditioner, we're going to add water to your hair after we add in the product. So it's already, I mean, it looks good already, like it's doing it. But we want to keep your hair hydrated, because if it dries like this, there's not water in your hair. The conditioner creates the capacity to hold the water. So whatever water that we added in while the conditioner was in, we know that we can add in that same amount with the styling product. So that one we already got set up. But also, if we don't add the water that we created the capacity with, then it's just going to dry out even faster. And it's going to start with a fro and then curl up even more because there's water in it. So to give us more length, and keep our hair hydrated, we're going to add in that trickle of water, same like we did with the conditioner. Sprinkle it everywhere. And you'll even notice the curls condense more. It's very magical.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, magic.
Yes. And So the biggest thing with natural hair, I feel like, is that it's going to do what it's going to do. We just have been wanting it to do something else, and we need to learn something else. It's just, we're just making ourselves mad for no reason. So I'm just giving a little bit of time for your hair to soak in that water. The styling products that we're using are humectants, and it allows us to add even more water to your hair as much as possible. So over time, like right now, your hair is only going to take in as much water as it can that we were able to do with the conditioner. But over time, it's going to be more and more water. You'll get to a period where you're able to add so much water to it that it's going to take a longer time for your hair to dry. And then you'll get over that hump of, okay, you can add water and it doesn't take a long time to dry. It's just a part of the process. Any questions so far?
This is good because in the past I felt like my hair wasn't getting wet. The water was falling off of my hair. So I would have to spray it to try to moisturize it. But I would end up with a fro that turned into a bigger fro.
And it's just science. It's like, oh, that's what, like, it always, yeah.
So I was calling it porous. I don't know the right word, but I was calling it so porous. I was like it was just rolling off.
And so that is, porosity is the ability of your hair to absorb water. But more than likely it was because you weren't using water soluble products. So it was just coating your hair and that water was just sliding right off. Like your hair was getting wet, but it wasn't penetrating. Like, yes.
And that was frustrating.
It's very, because it's like, why? Huh?
I mean, before I can even just try to style it, it's already puffy and dry.
Already. Yeah, because you need water. Water is so important. Even like how I have my hair now or how you came in, if you were to apply product to that, nothing would happen because you don't have water in your hair. If we try to style your hair without adding the water to it, you're just going to have a whole bunch of product on top of your hair. It's not penetrating. So we got the water in there. So we're gonna sandwich your Uncle Funky's. So we have the water in there. I'm gonna grab a pump and a half of product and emulsify it over your head. So if something just drops out, you're like, man. One time I had to do a whole clump out. Oh, girl.
It hurt your feelings.
It hurt so bad. But we're gonna sandwich it just like we did the conditioner. So sandwiching just means product, water, product, heat. And so what we're looking for is for the hair to condense even more, which it did. I'm just making sure it's thoroughly in there. Anywhere I see it kind of puffy, I'm just smoothing. Notice even smoothing does a whole lot.
I learned that technique until I saw the video you made.
Yes. And so the curls are clumping up a lot more, so that is good.
So what did you say on the video about not fighting the clumping? You want the clumping.
You want the clumping, yes. So what happens is in the beginning, what's going to happen, and it's like almost to where you can't, it's going to happen, you're going to be fighting against it. But what will happen is you'll be separating your curls and you'll feel it clump up. Like it's almost hard for me to do it at this point, but there's already curl clumpings here. But what will happen is you'll feel something and you'll want to make your own clumping. I can't even do
So
it.
you're saying don't do that.
Don't do that. Yeah, go off of where it's already naturally separating. And then if it's not trying to separate, add more water to it. But we've already done a really great job of adding the water and it's sectioning already. Like it's pretty good. But you want to make sure that you're not trying to create something that's not there. You want to work with what you have. That way you get more longevity in your curls. Yes. So we got that sandwiched on there. I'm having a little bit this will be the end of this video. So we have shampooed, we've conditioned, we've prepared your hair for styling. At this point, if you are at home, you have rinsed off your body, you're out of the shower, you already added this to your hair. You can put on a plastic cap if you would like. Get your clothes on or whatever you want to get on, a robe or a kimono or whatever you want to put on to finish styling it. So we would plastic cap, do whatever you need to do, and then we'll get ready for the second video. Okay. All right, go ahead, sit up all the way.